People often wonder why the Sigma male seems different. He doesn't act like everyone else. He thinks in his own way, lives by his own rules, and doesn't follow social trends. Some call it confidence. Others call it mystery. But what if part of the reason is something deeper, something neurological? The word neurodivergent describes people whose brains work differently. This includes conditions like autism, ADHD, and others. But it also covers people who think in ways that don't match the average. It's not about being broken or disordered, it's about being wired in a unique way. The Sigma male is known for being independent, quiet, focused, and socially selective. These traits aren't just personality quirks. They match many signs found in people who are neurodivergent. That doesn't mean every Sigma male has a diagnosis. It means the way he moves through life might reflect a different way of thinking. This video breaks down 6 signs that show why the Sigma male may, in fact, be neurodivergent. These signs come from real behavior, not labels. You'll see how certain Sigma traits match the same patterns seen in many neurodivergent individuals. This isn't about placing anyone in a box. It's about understanding. The more we see how different minds work, the more we respect the strength in that difference. The Sigma male doesn't follow the crowd. And there may be a real neurological reason for that. Let's start with the first clear sign that points to the Sigma male's unique mind and why it matters. Sign number 1. Deep focus and obsessive interests. The Sigma male doesn't just have hobbies, he dives deep. When something grabs his attention, he gives it everything. He researches, practices, watches, and learns. It's not surface-level interest. It's full focus. This intense curiosity is more than discipline. It's a sign of how his brain works. Most people explore a little bit of everything. They jump from one thing to the next. But the Sigma male is different. He can spend hours, even days, studying one subject. Whether it's philosophy, technology, health, or business, he wants to know it fully. That kind of focus isn't common, and it looks a lot like a trait found in many neurodivergent minds. In the neurodivergent world, this behavior is often called a special interest, or hyperfocus. It's when the brain locks into something and won't let go. Time disappears. Noise fades out. Nothing matters except the topic. That kind of deep focus is often seen in autism or ADHD. And the Sigma male shows it all the time. This focus also shows in how he works. He can sit alone for long periods and stay locked in on a task. He doesn't need a team, a deadline, or even motivation from others. The work itself is enough. That kind of drive is rare, and it often comes from a brain that sees the world differently. It's not just about effort, it's about wiring. The Sigma male finds calm in complexity. He doesn't get bored by details. In fact, he often prefers them. He notices small things others miss. He connects ideas others don't even see. This isn't random, it's a sign of how his brain is built. Sometimes people think he's too intense or too obsessed, but he's not trying to impress anyone. He's just naturally drawn to go deep. And this depth makes him powerful. It helps him become an expert, not just a fan. It turns his interest into skill. This same focus can also make him seem distant. If he's locked into a project, he might forget to reply to messages or show up for plans. It's not that he doesn't care, it's that his brain is in full gear, and switching out of that mode isn't always easy. That's another common experience for neurodivergent people. So when we see a Sigma male spending hours learning something no one else cares about, that's not strange. It's smart. It's focused. And it may be a strong sign that his brain works in a way most people don't understand. Sign number 2. preference for solitude and small social circles. The Sigma male doesn't need to be around people all the time. In fact, he often avoids large groups. He's not shy, he's selective. He values time alone more than being surrounded by noise. And this preference is another sign of how his brain works differently. Many neurodivergent people feel overwhelmed by too much social interaction. They can do it, but it drains them. Crowds, small talk, loud rooms, or fast-changing conversations can all feel like too much. The Sigma male experiences the same thing. That's why he's careful about where he goes, who he sees, and how long he stays. He might go to a party but leave early. He might enjoy one-on-one talks but avoid group settings. He's not rude, he's protecting his peace. His nervous system reacts strongly to certain environments, and solitude helps him recover. This pattern shows up early in life. As a child, the Sigma male may have been the one sitting quietly, reading alone, or building things by himself. He wasn't sad. He just preferred his own company. That pattern often continues into adulthood. He doesn't see social status as important. He doesn't need constant feedback or group approval. He'd rather be real with one person than fake with many. That deep honesty is common among neurodivergent individuals. They don't understand why people pretend or why shallow social rules matter. The Sigma male feels the same way. This doesn't mean he has no friends. It means his friendships are few but deep. He doesn't make connections fast, but once he does, they're solid. He listens. He remembers. He shows up. But he doesn't need constant contact to feel close. That's another trait shared with neurodivergent minds: connection through depth, not frequency. Time alone isn't lonely for the Sigma male. It's needed. It helps him reset, think clearly, and avoid burnout. Neurodivergent people often need the same thing. Their brains run hot, and quiet time cools things down. Without that space, they get overwhelmed fast. Sometimes people try to push the Sigma male into more social behavior. They say things like, "You should get out more," or "You need to be more open." But what they don't understand is that this quiet way of living isn't a problem. It's a natural way of being. And for many neurodivergent people, it's the only way that feels right. So when you see a Sigma male skipping the crowd and choosing quiet, it's not weakness. It's wisdom. It's his way of keeping balance in a world that often moves too fast. And that makes him different, for all the right reasons. Sign number 3. Intense internal, thoughtful processing. The Sigma male doesn't rush to speak. He doesn't respond just to fill silence. He thinks first, deeply. Everything he says or does is filtered through careful thought. This isn't hesitation. It's processing. And it's one more sign that his brain works differently. Some people talk while they think. But the Sigma male thinks before he talks. His mind goes through layers. He plays out possible outcomes. He reviews ideas from every side. That's why his answers are slow but sharp. He's not guessing, he's analyzing. This kind of internal processing is common among neurodivergent people. Their brains are often busy behind the scenes. Even if they're quiet on the outside, they're running through complex thoughts inside. The Sigma male is the same. He may not speak much, but when he does, it carries weight. This deep thinking shows in how he plans his life. He rarely acts on impulse. He's careful with decisions, cautious with commitments, and always asking why. He doesn't just do what others are doing, he needs to understand it first. Sometimes people take his silence the wrong way. They think he's distant, cold, or unsure. But he's not avoiding people, he's processing them. He's picking up details others miss, tone of voice, word choice, body language. It's like his brain is decoding the full picture before he makes a move. This inner system can make social life harder. In fast-moving conversations, the Sigma male may take too long to respond. Not because he doesn't care, but because he's running everything through a filter. That delay is often misread, but for neurodivergent minds, it's normal. He's also sensitive to contradictions. If someone says one thing but acts another way, he spots it instantly. His mind doesn't let things slide. That's why shallow talk or fake emotions feel uncomfortable to him. His brain is built for depth, not surface. This depth can become a strength or a burden. On one hand, it helps him make smart, long-term decisions. On the other, it can make him overthink or feel stuck. He can replay conversations in his head or stress about choices no one else noticed. This is common for neurodivergent people too. The brain doesn't shut off easily. But the Sigma male usually learns how to manage this. Over time, he turns that constant thinking into strategy. He uses it to build, create, and protect his peace. He knows his brain needs space to work, so he makes that space. He's not trying to be different. He just is. And the way he thinks, slow, deep, careful, is proof that his mind isn't average. It's something else. Something sharp. Something rare. Sign number 4. Low tolerance for inauthenticity or superficiality. The Sigma male doesn't fake things. He doesn't like small talk, phony smiles, or surface-level conversations. If it's not real, he's not interested. And that dislike for shallow social behavior is another clear sign of neurodivergent wiring. Many neurodivergent people have a strong need for honesty. They don't understand why others pretend to care, laugh at things that aren't funny, or say one thing but mean another. It feels uncomfortable, confusing, even dishonest. The Sigma male feels the same way. That's why he often avoids large social events. Not because he's scared, but because they feel fake. He senses when people are performing instead of being themselves. And that kind of energy drains him. He'd rather have one honest conversation than a room full of forced ones. He doesn't care about status updates or group gossip. He wants meaning. He wants truth. And when he doesn't get it, he leaves. This doesn't mean he's rude. He's just sensitive to lies, big or small. If someone is pretending, he can feel it. He doesn't always call it out, but he distances himself. That's his way of protecting his mental space. This is another trait linked to neurodivergence. People on the spectrum, or with similar traits, often struggle with social scripts. They don't see the point of talking just to talk. And they don't like saying things they don't mean. That's the Sigma male in a nutshell. He wants his actions and words to match. He wants the same from others. If someone says they care but acts distant, he notices. If a person flatters but doesn't mean it, he pulls back. This strong sense of truth comes from deep wiring. To others it may seem intense. But for the Sigma male, it's simple. Be real or be gone. And that kind of mindset only makes sense when someone's brain isn't built to tolerate anything fake. Sign number 5. Unconventional communication or emotional expression. The Sigma male doesn't always express emotions in the usual way. He may seem flat, quiet, or unreadable. But that doesn't mean he feels nothing. It means he shows things differently. And this kind of expression is another strong sign of neurodivergent traits. Most people expect emotions to be loud, smiles, laughter, eye contact, hand gestures. But the Sigma male doesn't always play by those rules. He can feel deeply without showing it. He may care a lot but stay silent. He may enjoy something but keep a straight face. That's just how he's built. This isn't coldness. It's a different form of wiring. Neurodivergent people often don't use typical social cues. They may not express joy or sadness the way others expect. That's why people sometimes think they're distant. But inside, the emotions are still there, just shown in quiet ways. The Sigma male may not say, "I'm proud of you," but he'll show up when it counts. He may not say, "I miss you," but he'll remember what matters to you. His love is silent but real. This kind of behavior can be misunderstood. People may accuse him of being hard to read, emotionally closed, or uncaring. But that's not the truth. He simply doesn't follow the emotional script that others are used to. He also doesn't fake emotions. If he doesn't feel something, he won't pretend. He won't laugh to be polite. He won't cry on cue. What he shows is what's real. And in a world full of acting, that makes him stand out. This communication style also shows up in how he speaks. He's usually clear, direct, and doesn't like fluff. He says what he means. And that kind of honest speech is often seen in neurodivergent people too. They value truth over politeness. So if the Sigma male seems hard to read, it's not because he's empty, it's because his expression is built different. And that difference is another sign of a unique mind that doesn't follow the usual path. Sign number 6, pattern seeking and high sensory sensitivity. The Sigma male notices what others don't. He picks up on patterns, small shifts in behavior, tiny details in his environment. These things may seem small to others, but to him they stand out. He doesn't just see the world, he studies it. And this ability is another sign that his brain may be wired differently. Pattern recognition is a trait often seen in neurodivergent minds. Some people on the autism spectrum or with ADHD have a sharp eye for structure and detail. They notice things others miss. This isn't about intelligence, it's about perception. And the Sigma male shows this trait in everything he does. He may notice when someone changes the tone of their voice. He may pick up on routines, habits, or hidden meanings in conversations. He connects ideas quickly and sees the why behind the what. His brain is always looking for the bigger picture. That makes him highly observant and often 2 steps ahead. But this strength also has a cost. With deep sensitivity to patterns often comes deep sensitivity to the senses. Many Sigma males are highly aware of sound, light, texture, or movement. Crowded rooms, loud music, strong smells, or visual clutter can feel overwhelming. This is called sensory sensitivity, and it's common in neurodivergent people. It's when the brain doesn't filter out noise or input the same way most people's brains do. For the Sigma male, this means certain environments are draining. Too much input can shut him down or make him need recovery time. He may avoid busy places, wear simple clothes, or prefer dim lights. He's not trying to be difficult, he's managing his nervous system. This sensitivity isn't weakness, it's a different way of processing the world. The combination of pattern seeking and sensory awareness makes him careful and deliberate. He plans ahead. He adjusts his environment. He designs his life around comfort and clarity. Some might see this as being picky or controlling. But for him, it's necessary. He's not just reacting to the world, he's managing how his brain interacts with it. That's a very neurodivergent way of living. This also makes the Sigma male better at reading people. He sees the hidden dynamics in a group, spots tension before it's spoken, and notices who's sincere and who's not. His pattern-seeking brain connects dots others don't even see. In relationships, this can make him a loyal and thoughtful partner. He remembers details. He notices mood shifts, but it can also make him need more space than usual. When too much is happening around him, he may step back, not out of coldness, but to protect his energy. The world often pushes people to be louder, faster, and more social. But the Sigma male doesn't fit that mold. His brain is tuned in differently. And once you understand that, his behavior starts to make perfect sense. What others call strange, he calls strategy. What others see as sensitivity, he knows, is awareness. These are not flaws. They're signs of a different kind of mind, one that sees more, feels more, and moves through the world in a way that's rare. The Sigma male doesn't follow the usual path, and now we know why. His quiet strength, deep focus, and unique way of thinking all point to a mind that's wired differently. Whether you call it neurodivergence or something else, one thing is clear. This difference isn't a weakness. It's power.